This must have been 45, 46 years ago, because I remember I was 14 becoming 15, and I was in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming home from school when some people stopped me in front of my house, and I had never seen so many people in front of my house, but they wanted to talk to me and my mom about me joining a program called the ABC program. It stands for A Better Chance. It gave inner city students a chance to go to college at a time when I guess not many of us were making it to college. So to me, it felt like my mother was selling me to the people because there was nothing but whites out there, and I had never seen a group of them that large in this area of town. So that kind of scared me a little bit, but when my mother explained it to me and I'd be staying with this host family, I had been one of 3 students that was picked out of a class of 400 to do this. So she felt like it was special that I went there. So they sent me to Massachusetts to stay with, oddly enough, a Jewish family. The racism that I remember, besides at the school, was they were the first people to ever take me to an opera. So we go to the opera, and when we come back from the opera, there was a dummy burning on the chimney. And I thought the whole house was on fire, but they calmed me down and stuff, and they said, you know, the ignorance of some people in this town is just unbelievable, but do not take this as us sending you back home. We are your parents now, so you stay with us. So anything that affects you affects us. We're gonna handle this. And that just blew me away. Even to this moment, I get the vapors remembering that. About a week and a half later, there was a cross burning on the front lawn. And again, they explained it to me and said, you know something, you're here for a reason. Do not let these people deter you from your destiny because we feel like you're gonna become something. But they showed me all these books. More Black history I have learned in my life came from these 2 people. So I loved them to death. And I was supposed to have been there 3 years. After 2.5 years, I went back home feeling really negative because I had to go back home because my grades were failing so much. But they even called me when I was back home and said, remember, you're special. That's why you're here in the first place. So again, do not let this deter you from your destiny. From that caused me to get a GED. From the GED, I went to the military. From the military, I got my BA degree in criminal justice because I didn't want it to happen to anybody else. It did allow me to get my master's degree because of these people. So that's just how much one family can affect you even though they're not your family. That if you have the right people in place, there's really nothing you can't do because you see nothing as a missed opportunity, but everything is a step up the ladder to get to where you want to be. I think everybody's life has value no matter who you are, no matter where you've been, to always remember that your life has a definite value and never allow anybody to deter you from your destiny because whatever you feel like and whatever higher power you serve, they've put you wherever you are to do something great. So how could you let somebody stop that? I just really felt like people should know that no matter who you are or where you are, you're always destined to be as great as you can be. There is nothing that you do that is small. Everything that you do is great if it takes you to that next step. It's only small people that's trying to get you from taking that next step. I'm a firm believer, speak to everybody. My mother told me that no matter what somebody's mother has taught them, always remember what your mother has taught you. And she told me to speak to everybody, and everybody's not gonna speak back. But sometimes you have to remember that people live in different worlds than you do. So you have to think of yourself as being the bigger person because you shed light on that person's life in that one moment. And even though they may not speak back, throughout the day, they're gonna remember that you said hello to them. They may think something crazy as to why they didn't speak back, but they're gonna remember that you spoke to them in the first place. And that may change their life, you know, because everything it's just a small step to get into that larger opportunity.